It was quite funny actually, because I showed her one piece at the beginning. She was like, no, it's too safe. I want to go something different. And then she circled back and she said, actually, that piece works the best. But I feel like it's good that we've gone on the journey, and the kind of bold, fun pieces that she saw actually is going to work somewhere different in our house. So I think get out there, ask for help if you need it, and also ask the price.
You know, you're into management, you're into consultancy. Like, break that down. What is a day-to-day looking like for you? And then how do other talent, you know, get in contact with you in that space?
So I feel like I'm kind of a little bit with the flow. Every day is completely different. As I say, I represent artists. I only work with a couple of artists, and that is on purpose. I want to basically give everyone my full, as much as I can. I don't want to have 50 different people that I'm working with and not be able to kind of have the relationship that I need to with each of them, because it is a full-on relationship. I speak to them every single day, pretty much. You know, I'm constantly on the phone. Any ideas that they have, they're throwing over to me, and I really like that I'm able to give them the time that they need. I also have basically my measure of how I can work with someone. I literally think, okay, could they sit at my family's dinner table, and could I leave them? Because, you know, our family's quite banterful, you know, and they need to have a bit of something about them,
some edge.
yeah, literally. So it takes me a little while. I need to have a relationship with someone in order for me to then, okay, cool, I'm going to work with you. And actually, majority of the time, the people that I've worked with is actually artwork that I've bought from them myself. So it's like, it is a very genuine, authentic kind of relationship. But that doesn't mean that I don't also put other artists forward for opportunities. Look, there's so many different artists out there. The artists that I work for, obviously my loyalty is with them. So if an opportunity comes in, of course I'm going to try and put them on and plug them first. But sometimes they don't work for an opportunity, and I'm actively out there. You know, like when you're looking for a new car, and you're like, right, I'm going to get this Volkswagen Beetle, you just see it everywhere. It's very much the same with artwork. So like, now that I'm immersed in this world, I'm constantly like seeing things. So the other day I messaged an artist, I'm like, I've just seen the side of a pub, and your artwork would look so good here. Can you see the vision? And they're like, oh my goodness, yeah, let me put it forward. And I'm constantly doing that. Like, I am literally that person that if you're not in a room, I'm speaking about everyone. Like, all of us need to win. It's not just a me thing. So yes, I think there's quite relaxed kind of like relationships in that term. And then obviously there are people that I'm like, right, we're locking in when we're doing the show, X, Y, Z. So that's one kind of like facet of what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. Similar to what I just said with the lady, so I can kind of, you know, I just call it an art personal shopper. I can, you know, curate a wall in your house.
I like that.
Because I feel like even the wording within the art world is, what the hell does that mean? With quite a lot of it, I'm a personal shopper. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm literally going out, I'm having my best time spending your money buying art, which I love to do, and putting it into your house. So I'm able to do that. And similar to what we were saying about the galleries and walking in and just having whitewashed walls and no atmosphere, I am able to go into galleries and say, look, as a customer, I come in and I want this. It doesn't mean that there has to be house music blaring, but we need to have some atmosphere. So I'm able to provide that service as well, to just bring some culture into the space.
Yeah, you're building something different in the space, you know. Obviously, there's traditional things that people are doing in the art world. What are you trying to create long term?
Trust and inclusion in the space. So trust across all aspects of it. You know, collectors buying artwork, is it arriving? Like, send the artwork, let them receive the work that they paid for. Artists need to be getting paid on time. It's not good enough for them to be chasing money. Inclusion within the space, we should all feel comfortable. Children, whether you're black, white, like, everyone deserves to be there. And I feel like now, especially, you know, you just said about Sloan, I feel like someone like Sloan is great for the industry, because it's kind of brought, whether it's kind of like trend or kind of because of the clout and stuff, that's a whole new kind of genre of people that have come in. And I feel like that, I don't know if it's Gen Z, I'm not sure but that...
It's a mix, it's like a mix of both now.
Gen Z and generation...
Gen Z and millennials.
And millennials.
Yeah. And a bit of Gen Alpha. I think the new Gen Alphas... Is it Gen Alphas? Yeah, the Gen Alphas as well.
But I feel like that collective like these people as a collective are unapologetic about everything. You know, they're like the Instagram and TikTok and all this kind of stuff, and they're just literally, I feel like they wouldn't even know how to feel uncomfortable in that space because they're coming and they're bringing the vibe to the space. And I feel like that's so important because it's just new crowd. And I hope that they continue to, you know, find other artists that, you know, that works, resonate with them, or they just purely just like the look of. And it's actually really interesting because I went to Sloan's exhibition at Saatchi a couple of last month.
Yeah.
And I had a different experience, I think, to some of the other people that I'd spoken to, because they were like, you know, when they'd gone in the week, there's kind of so many activations going on and Sloan was painting, and it was just like the music was going and it was an absolute vibe. And when I went, it was a Sunday, and it was literally textbook gallery, like the white walls, woman at the reception just didn't look up. I did like that there were young people there, and majority of the people in the crowd were black. Loved that. But it was a complete different experience to what I had in a complete different experience what I had to compare to some of the other people that had gone during the week. And I feel like that is literally, do you know what I mean? I hope that those people that went to the exhibition the same day that I did would go back, because that's not the experience that I think that they would intend to have felt having gone to a Sloan exhibition.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to change. I want it to just feel like, yeah, I'm welcome here, which is crazy that that's what I want my mission to be, because it should be that already. I want my kids to be able to continue going to galleries and never feel out of place or feel like, oh, I can't ask.